All right, guys, welcome back to the after show portion of the podcast. Welcome back. We were discussing the topic of sleep. And like I said before, make sure to share your comments in the comment section, practice your English, and of course, review the vocabulary list to expand your knowledge of words in English. Sleep, sleep, sleep.
Yeah.
Do any of you take drugs to fall asleep?
Nah.
Never. I've never taken.
Yeah.
I have a weird story about this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Normally, when you take coffee, you don't sleep. But for me, I usually take maybe 6 cups of coffee a day. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's a lot, yeah.
And even at night, like for example, 15 minutes before I sleep, I can take a cup of coffee and I sleep.
Wow.
Yes. And I sleep.
That's amazing.
It's a matter of habit, actually. Yeah, I've read something about that. It's like about neurons or something like that. And they kind of... okay, fine. I'm not going to speak about it because I'm not sure like how it works. But it's like the more coffee you drink, the less susceptible to it you get. You know? Like,
I don't.
Caffeine
believe
hits
that.
me a bit hard. That's why recently I stopped drinking caffeine. Well, maybe you might find traces of it here and there, but I don't really drink much caffeine anymore because it hits me hard.
Yeah, sure.
It hits you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sure.
I think maybe you mentioned before in a previous podcast. Yeah. So you drink before bed with coffee
Yes.
or vodka.
First time in the morning and last time
Wow.
in the evening.
That's some kind of tradition.
Yes.
And
It's not traditional actually.
is it? What kind of coffee do you drink?
Now I am taking that Nescafe powder, but
just the powder.
usually I don't like that actually. I just couldn't find the right tool to make my own coffee, which can be espresso sometimes, We had this mocha pot in Algeria. It's actually Italian and it's metallic.
I
And you
have
put
one,
coffee and
actually.
it has some pressure. Yeah, and I used Colombian coffee, Brazilian coffee, Italian coffee. So yeah, usually I like that type of coffee. And even when I came to Novosibirsk, I tried many cafes and I found like where I should take my coffee from. Why? Because I can taste the difference. Since I drink a lot of coffee, I can know which is good and which is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we start speaking about coffee, I can actually give a lecture, because I've been to barista course, and
Cool.
yeah, just for fun, I'm really into coffee. Actually, I used to be into coffee because I kind of got tired of it. I got tired of the taste. Yeah, I'm actually drinking one now, but lately I've been drinking like maybe 1 cup a day, 1 cup a week actually. So, but before it used to be like 1 cup a day. So, and now it's just...
Was it because you were sleepy or was it just for the taste?
It's usually for the taste because again, it's specialty coffee. It's really good one. And it's something that, it's a ritual actually. So, you wake up, you have breakfast and then, you make a good cup of coffee. It's like I usually use pour over and you grind the coffee freshly. And the taste and the smell and all of it and the color even, it looks amazing, and smells amazing and feels amazing. So yeah, and I know you read a book and you drink this amazing coffee and yeah. But yeah, I get overstimulated because of that and I got sick of the taste somehow, because I've been drinking like every day for like 2 years or something.
Copious amounts of coffee.
Yeah, actually just 1 cup a day. So
Oh,
it's
all
not
right.
a lot. Yeah, it's not like compared to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how much coffee is that? Is that like a liter of coffee a day?
Let's say
more, I
5
think.
cups, normal cups like that.
It's like
Yeah, it's about-
200
I don't know,
mil.
maybe it's a
So
liter.
multiplied by 3,
Even more, I think.
multiplied by 3, it gives you
by
1
3?
liter.
yeah.
600
5
milliliters.
or 3.
Oh, by 5. Oh, okay. So then a liter.
Yeah,
All right. So,
that's it.
but don't you find that coffee dehydrates you?
Oh, yeah, it does.
'Cause
No.
I stopped
Sure.
drinking so much tea because I need so much water after a cup of tea
Tea, yes.
and coffee.
There are some types of tea like black tea, okay? Black tea is not good for the kidney if you drink so much. So that's why you feel dehydrated. Probably.
Yeah. No, because I used to drink a lot of tea to help me wake up in the morning, and it would do its job. generally, but it wasn't like a nice kind of stimulation. It didn't really wake you up so well. It was more just kind of freaked you out a little bit.
Which has more caffeine, tea or coffee?
I believe tea, but it releases slower, I believe.
And I think it should be green tea.
Yeah.
It depends on the quantity. I mean, if you take, 300 milliliters of tea, of course, there will be more caffeine rather than like in 200 milliliters of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm not sure about per gram,
Yeah,
per
I'm not
milliliter.
sure either.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, but I just thought because it kind of affects my sleeping. I used to be an insomniac, but recently it's not a problem. Have any of you ever had a problem with insomnia?
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
really?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
How did you overcome insomnia?
Walking a lot, actually. A lot of physical exercise, a lot of fresh air. It was in Scotland. I had a lot of stress because, it was 2020. So, and everybody was stressed. And I was like, I had to decide whether I had to go back to Russia or not, or stay there. And I was like really anxious all the time. I remember I even had a call with a Russian neurologist about that. And she like prescribed me, some medications, but they were not available in Scotland. So I couldn't buy anything. So I was just walking a lot, drinking herbal teas. So just a lot of working out.
And the air
So-
there is really fresh in Scotland.
Exactly. And it kind of also helps to sleep,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I definitely noticed that when I go to the countryside.
Yeah.
Sleep much
Yeah.
deeper because the air
Definitely.
quality.
Air.
Definitely.
Yeah. Insomnia, any of you?
Yeah, I had during the pandemic of COVID-19 when we were quarantined. So I had a lot of sleep. That's why I couldn't sleep no more. You just wake up in the middle of the night and it's just like, it's not good to sleep a lot actually. Yeah, it's the same as sleep deprivation. When you don't sleep a lot, it's not good. But when you sleep a lot, it's also
You
not good.
you might get headachy if you sleep
Yeah.
more than
Oh, yeah.
10 hours.
It's like, you cannot, So you have to move. Yeah, like she said, she was walking. For me, I did some sport,
Yes, yes.
push-ups and such things. I
Exactly.
go jogging.
It helps a lot, actually. Yeah, working out.
It worked, yeah.
Yeah, I get the best sleep after working
Yes,
out.
yes.
You go to a gym for 2 hours, you go to bed, and it's like,
Yeah,
okay.
it worked.
Have any of you ever worked night shifts in your life?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah? Which
I was a hotel receptionist.
me too.
Whoa.
So we both had the same
Yay.
experience
Yes.
of this. Yeah.
So, and by the way, it was a time where I also studied at university. So I
Oh,
was
wow.
studying
God.
really.
So that's a lot of work.
Yeah, in that for 2 years maybe I didn't have a lot of sleep, like maybe 3 hours, like
Oh
this.
dear.
Yeah, for 2 years, and I lost a lot of weight. If I show you my passport pictures, it wasn't like this, Now I lost a lot of weight because of it. But this night shifts, it was peaceful actually because not a lot of clients come at night. So sometimes I just pull my laptop
Did
and
you
watch
do a lot of night shifts or just occasionally?
every day, 5
Oh,
days.
you did it every day. I
5
could
days
not
a
do
week.
that.
5
I
days a
couldn't do
week,
that. Wow, that's
Yeah, I study 4 days a week and 5 days a week I go to work night shift. For example, I finish university at 5, then I go with my friends to a cafe or something. Then at 8 o'clock I have to be at my work. Then I stay there until 7 a.m. Okay. So sometimes I have that 1 hour of sleep. Like if I see that there is nobody, because at night we had a system where the door closes automatically, and they have to ring the bell to enter. So it wakes me up.
that's nuts. I admire that so much because I couldn't
So wait,
do
you
that.
could sleep during these night shifts or?
Occasionally, rarely, because it was not like tolerable.
So when would you sleep?
Because I was tired.
No,
Imagine-
when? I mean, when? So you
So-
had university like in the morning till 5, yeah?
Yeah.
So when did you sleep?
Sometimes between breaks, sometimes I told you I take 1 hour like this.
1
Exam-
hour sleep. Oh.
Sometimes I don't go with my friends and prefer to just take a rest at home. Then I go back to my work because the work was next to my house. So I had to I had like a really unstable schedule. So whenever I have an opportunity to sleep, I take it. the average of 5 hours like this. Yeah.
That's awful, man.
That's
I couldn't do
terrible.
that. Yeah.
But it's you know,
yeah.
to build your character as a person, and I know it's bad. Okay.
No, thank you.
I know. You see, that's why we love the military.
Yeah, I was talking about the military. I thought,
funny.
Well-being, you know, and
I
you
thought
guys.
I could deal with it, but I could not deal with that little sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted it, and I had money also.
Oh,
from
okay.
it, so,
Yeah.
you know,
Fair
of
enough.
course.
yeah,
But
I could
still.
support myself as a man. So I did it.
Yeah.
But when it finished, I relaxed. You know, I just started normal works.
How long was it?
Huh?
For how long were you doing this?
It was 1 year and a half because
Wow.
otherwise I was also part-time teacher. Then at university also.
kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys, believe me, in maybe the term of 4 to 5 years, I was teaching. I was assistant teacher at university. I was a hotel receptionist. I was studying. I just managed. You know.
You should be a politician, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
No, thank
Probably,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I admire that. I could not do it. 'Cause when I had my
No
night
way.
shifts, it would be once every few weeks. They'd say, "Oh, Ben, we need you to come and do your night shift." And it was fun every now and then.
But
I would be such a girl about it. And so sorry.
Hey,
but now,
that's
now,
And I
Now-
would just whine and complain and
now when I think about it,
yeah.
in that time, yes, I didn't like what I was doing. You know. But now when I think about it, it's just a good story for me to as a memory, you know, in my
Yeah.
life. So, and I'm happy to tell it. Like I don't regret it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just couldn't handle that. Because did you have special blackout blinds at home, like the curtains, which
at
completely?
home?
Yeah.
No, we don't have them in Algeria.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, because I needed that one.
Like total blackout,
Oh,
like the ones in St. Petersburg for white nights and such things.
I guess so. I mean,
Like
I mean, I
just a black.
have them now because it's really convenient. You
Mhm.
just kind of, and it's
but
dark.
blackout for daylight. you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
for people
No,
doing night
no.
shifts.
I don't remember that we had them at home because we rarely. Okay, you take a nap, but even when there is light, I can take a nap.
Cool.
I worked in IKEA for a
Aw.
summer, and it was for night shifts, only for night shifts, and it messed me up. I couldn't continue because the night shifts were just taking such a
of course.
big toll on my
Mm-hmm.
my mood.
Mm-hmm.
So were you grumpy when you worked night shifts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lost weight. Yeah, I lost weight, and
Mhm.
there was also something about my thesis. You know,
Yeah.
my graduation thesis. They changed the system in Algeria. It was supposed to be about linguistics. Then they changed it to didactics of English, which is teaching English as okay.
hmm
So they told me, okay, now you studied about teaching, and but you wanted to do a thesis on linguistics because I had the choice to do it, to be a linguist. So they changed it in the last month. So imagine you are working on a thesis for over 2 years, and in the last month they changed the system.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but I could tamper with it. What did I do? I transformed into teaching linguistics. Yeah, so I just
Okay.
so in that time, I like for 1 month, okay, I slept for 2 hours a day. This is like really exact. Because I counted it. I sleep at 5. I sleep like I work until 5 on my thesis in the morning. Then from 5 to 7, I sleep. Then I wake up. I get ready, go to university. Yeah, it was the time when I quit the job in the hotel. Actually,
Yeah, it's too much.
I had some sleeping stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, what do you think about napping? That's another thing we need to talk about.
I used to nap a lot when I was at the university and
Me too.
at school, I think, too.
Mhm.
Now, I think I don't need to because I get enough sleep usually.
Mhm.
Occasionally, I take a nap if I have a gap in the middle of the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, occasionally. Well, my wife wakes up really early because she has to go to the other side of town. So she wakes up at 5:30 every day,
Oh.
and then I kind of wake up as well.
Mhm.
I'm fascinated by these people,
Yeah.
who wake up at 5, at 6.
Sure.
Oh, she
Like,
doesn't
what the
like
hell?
it. She doesn't
Yeah.
She
Really?
hates it. Yeah, she hates it.
You
We all
know,
hate
But
it.
she does. I mean, anyway.
last week
But
I
she
had.
doesn't have a choice.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
still she does it. I would just go to hell.
Like,
I'm gonna
sometimes
sleep.
I have to nap later on.
Last week I had something funny. You know, I don't usually take naps, very rarely, okay? But last week I was so tired because of the, like stuff, the pain before taking that surgery.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I had a lesson, like I had an online lesson from home. Then it finished at 2. And at 6 I should go back to the school to have a lesson at school. And I took a nap. When I woke up, I woke up frightened. Why? Because I thought it's morning and I missed my classes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
happens.
happens.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought like really, I thought that it is more like I slept the whole night and I missed the next day's
Yeah.
lessons. Yeah.
So
It
funny.
happens. Yeah, when you
Yeah.
nap and you wake up, you don't understand where you are, who you are.
Yes.
Actually,
You know,
Like,
I
what is
have I
happening?
have the funny
Yeah.
story like that when
Uh-huh.
I was at school.
Mhm.
So I went home. It was about, I guess, 6 p.m. and it was winter, so it was dark outside. So I
Mhm.
took a nap. I woke up around 8 p.m. I guess,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, I'm missing
8
school.
a.m. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was in a hurry. I started, to getting ready to school, and my mom was like, "What are you doing?"
That's so funny.
And I was like, getting ready to school, and she's like, "But it's evening. Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Gosh, okay." So yeah, just it's in your brain.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I
it
mean,
works.
sometimes napping messes up with your brain. I think.
Messes,
Yeah.
and the dreams can be weird as
Oh
well.
yes, yes.
But speaking of
exactly.
dreams, I have very vivid dreams. Like I could see
All the
so
time?
many, all the
Mhm.
time.
Seriously.
So
Lucky
many
you.
details. It's amazing. It's actually really cool.
And
Mhm.
yeah, people say like you can read, for example, in your dreams, but I
You can
definitely
read in your dreams.
well, I can remember some dreams where I can see numbers or letters, and I
Maybe
can
there's
actually
science. You know.
I don't know, but like I
Something.
understand them,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, that's a funny thing. But since I stopped drinking coffee so much, I started having a lot of vivid dreams. I'm not sure what it's about, like why, but I like this part.
Yeah. Can you see like everything?
No, not really.
It's very strange. Sometimes I have like really strange dreams where
Mhm.
I really find myself in places that I have never been to
Mhm.
and strange realms, you can say, really. And you can feel that it's real. And when I wake up, I regret that I woke up because I
Yeah.
won't stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't stay there,
Yes.
Yeah. And lately also I was watching a podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, yeah, of
I
course.
love it.
Yeah, and there was a guy. He was saying him a story about a guy which is like, I think he was well known, but I don't know him actually. I don't remember even his name. But there was like an indigenous area, sorry, and there was a tribe, and this tribe is famous for giving a psychedelic experience.
Mhm. Oh, was it ayahuasca?
I don't remember really. I don't really. Yeah, I need to search more about it to recall
Probably
it.
was ayahuasca. Was it in the Amazon?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because
it was.
a lot of people talk about ayahuasca.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The guy
Yeah, one of
from
my students wants to go there
Yeah.
for this experience.
Yeah, I'm
actually.
too scared. It would freak
I
me
think
out.
it's risky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So they were doing some rituals, and the guy said that, and he could sworn that that it was real. What happened? I think they drugged him, and in the physical world, our world, he slept 10 minutes. But for him, he lived a full life of 3 months, like having wife, children, job, going. Yes, and he said the place he went to was a city underwater.
Gosh.
And he was working there. And he was
Wow.
working
I'm
like,
too scared to even dare to take a psychedelic.
I think it
drug.
just
Freak me
messes
out.
your brain. I
So
don't know. Even
imagine,
that kind
yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Definitely.
imagine when he wakes up, you tell him you slept only
Yeah.
for 10 minutes. And in his brain, no, it was 3 months. It's like
Yeah.
really
Mhm.
exhausting for him.
It's not cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
good.
There was something like that in Rick and Morty, if you watched it.
I've heard of it. I've never seen
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
But,
there's kind of,
it's worth watching, yeah?
Yeah,
Lots of
it is,
people
it is.
talk about
yeah,
that.
there was kind of a game, it's about multiverse, stuff like that. There was a game, you kind of put on this kind of helmet of reality or something
Yeah,
like that.
VR
VR?
goggles.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly. And you kind of you live a life of a person, something.
Yeah, I saw the
So-
episode.
Yeah,
It was funny.
yeah. It was kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Have any of you ever walked in your sleep? Or do you know any sleepwalkers?
I don't. My brother does. Used to actually.
To actually walk around.
Yeah, he speaks.
Scary.
Oh, by the way, a word
Yeah.
for our listeners, for Russian listeners. Russian, you have the word lunatic, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay,
It's
so
like
in
moon,
English we have
yeah.
the word lunatic, but it's completely different.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's called a false friend. So
Mhm,
they're completely different
Yeah.
words. Lunatic in English is just a crazy person. Yeah. Whereas in English, the word for lunatic
That's
is
interesting, but it's
sleepwalker.
they're both
yeah.
connected to moon. Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Exactly,
lunatic
Mhm.
etymology, it's from moon, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And in Russian
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
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 But different meanings. Yeah. Okay.
Lunatic.
So I've never been a sleepwalker.
Me too.
But
Me
Never.
too.
Sleep talking, I mean, I've talked a bit.
My brother did. Yeah, when he was a teenager. Yeah, I remember coming to his room and he was like, saying something crazy, something like, I don't know, something really fun.
But did it make sense? Like,
not really. Yeah, it didn't make sense, but it was really funny.
sure.
Yeah.
It happened to me also. And my mom told me that I was speaking a different language.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. People say that happens.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, he used to live in what is it called? Like university.
Dorm?
dorms.
Oh,
Dormitory?
yeah.
Mhm.
So he was living that for years, and he's seen lots of stuff there.
Mhm.
And he says that one time he saw a guy speaking, what was it? I guess German. But the thing is, when he woke up and they asked him, like, did you study German? He was like, no,
What
never.
the hell?
But he spoke German in
Clear
his
German.
yeah, in
and
his
it was
dream.
understandable.
I guess so, because my boyfriend, he studied German
Oh,
at
he
school,
knows
so
German.
so yeah, he could
Mhm.
understand at some point, I
That's
guess.
creepy.
The guy was
How-
possessed.
Probably.
Wow,
Wait.
how can
By
it
Germany.
happen? Well, that's so weird.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
I think he
Wow.
was possessed with a German
German
ghost or
demon,
something. Yeah.
something like
Well,
that.
I've got a funny story actually. When I was a kid,
Mhm,
my brother had a friend come to sleep over,
mhm.
and his friend was a sleepwalker. And in the middle of the night, my mum noticed something at her bedroom door, and she noticed there was a lot of liquid on the floor. And she thought, God, what's going on here?
Mhm.
And she opened her bedroom door, and he was peeing on the door. And he thought he was going to the loo, going to the toilet in the night.
Gosh.
An error in the
And-
matrix.
Yeah. And I have a funny story like that as well. It was with my best friend. She was so her mom was sleeping, and she was standing near her, like talking to
Mhm.
her, and her mom was like, "There's a boy behind you," and she was like, "What?" Yeah, turn around. There's a boy behind you. And she was sleeping. Gosh, I cannot imagine how scary it should be. Like, and she was sleeping. Yeah, that's it. Just creepy stuff.
Guys, what do you think happens when we sleep in general, like physiologically?
You rest.
Yeah, but
Your body starts function automatically,
At some point.
subconsciously.
Mm-hmm,
Or regenerates things. I
for
think.
sure.
Yeah.
Feels- Well, I'm not a sleep expert.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
the best hours when your body regenerates, the best are from 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. I guess.
I'm
I
not
read
sure if
about
it's
that.
true.
But when I don't know, maybe it depends on person.
Exactly. Yeah.
But still, it's some kind of like scientific proven. I guess.
I think it depends also on the time of the year, if it's, for example, summer and if it gets dark at midnight.
Mhm.
So probably it's not good to go to sleep then. But in winter, probably it's different. I don't know, really.
Should read more about that.
Yeah.
We should.
They say when we sleep, there is like certain time when our brain
Mhm.
releases some hormones or
Mhm.
something like this
Mhm,
that
mhm.
help us to grow up,
Mm-hmm. Right.
like cell generation.
Oh, yeah.
and such things.
Mhm.
And if you have sleep deprivation, that's what
Mm.
prevents you from like aging in a good way or an adequate way.
So you just become Benjamin Button.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking about right now.
Mhm.
Time to go to bed, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much for listening to the end. Definitely share your stories. If you know any sleepwalkers, we want to know. So share your stories and tell us how you fall asleep. Tell us what routines you have before bed. So practice your English. Check out the vocabulary list. And yeah, good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Check out our
All right.
website, www.BigAppleSchool.com.
All right.
Sleep well, guys. Bye for now.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
See ya.